Hi guys, and welcome to another video. And today is a combination of get ready with me and testing new samples of foundation I received from Focallure, and I'm using my least favorite new eyeshadow palette. So I'm starting with lip balm. This is the Sierra Bees lip balm. I love it very much. I bought it in iHerb, $1 for 8 of these. Very, very affordable. And I feel that my lips are very, very, very dry. Okay, so first thing, I'm going to start with my eyebrows because we can't really see them. And I think it is best that we will see them. And I'm using this by Pupa. It's called Vamp palette. It's a very, very old palette that I have. I use this color, as you can see, for my... Okay, you can see better? Okay. I'm using this color for my eyebrows. So I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back. Well, I'm back with eyebrows. Woohoo! Okay, so back in January I bought this foundation from Focallure. It arrived in the middle of March due to the beginning of Corona and all the problems that were with the shipping. So I got it in March and I've been trying it ever since, and I now find that they sent me samples. I forgot all about it. I was cleaning and tidying everything in my makeup collection and I found this one. It contains all the 5 colors that Focallure has. Now I bought color number 5, which is very, very dark and orangey for me, especially now when I'm not exposed to the sun and I am fairly white. So I want to try and find a better shade than number 5 that I have, so I'm not going to use number 5. I already have it. I think I'll start with number 3 and we'll carry on from there. This is the sample. It says here at the bottom number 3. So I'll try and see how it goes. But before that, I have to use primer. So I'm using my primer by Tony Moly, Silky Smooth Balm. Yeah, or Silky Smooth Balm. Yeah, thought I said the wrong thing. And it comes in a paste consistency, and I'm just taking a bit on my finger and I'm rubbing it all over with my fingers. I want to warm it up so it will be easier to apply and I won't have any lumps or something like that. So I'm already moisturized and everything is set. Been a few hours since I used my moisturizer, so everything is in its place. So I'm just putting gently my primer like so. Okay, so now we can try the foundation. So I took number 3. I don't know if they put a lot of material inside. Let's see. Oh, it's fairly too white, I think, for me. So number 3 is too light, and I have it all over me. This is perfect. Okay, look. Okay, if I'll put some on my face, you can see that this is too light for my skin tone. So maybe number 4 will be the winner. So we don't need to open number 1 and number 2 because they're definitely going to be lighter. So I'm going to try number 4. It's very easy to wrap. No, well, when my fingers were clean it was easier, but now I just use my scissors. And let's see the color of number 4. It's Shed Match You know, when you go to the farm and you want to see if the shade is good for you, you always have to try here, where there is a connection between your neck and your face, and you can know if the shade is good for you. What do you think? Well, it is definitely better than number 3 and definitely better than number 5, even though I think that the combination of 3 and 4 would be best for me. Look, together they look much better. Okay, so we'll combine 3 and 4 together. I just put some on the back of my hand. It's very, very runny, if you can see. So I'm just mixing them up like so, and I'm applying it with tapping motions with a damp sponge all over my face, and you can see a very, very light coverage. If I want it to be want to have more coverage, I have to use a second coat, but as I said, these are only samples and you don't get a lot when it's a sample. So let's try to dig in and take some more for the other side of my face. This is number 4. You can see this is number 4, and number 3 is much, much lighter. Maybe if I'll mix, let's say number 2 with my number 1, my number 5, maybe I will get a good shade. So I'm just mixing it up like this. I normally don't do it with my hands, but I had to do it with my hands in order to take off the material from the samples. It's good that they sent samples. It's bad that I only saw it now. Could have used them ages ago and maybe select a better shade. Even though I think that for me the shade range as it is, if I want to choose only one shade, it's not good enough. Look, I'm so white. See? Now, if I look in my mirror, it looks good. If I look in the camera, I look white as the wall behind me. Okay, so I think I'll combine some of my 5, which is way darker. I'll put one on the back of my hand. Look how dark it is. So I don't know. I think the shade range is not very good, because this one is definitely too orangey, too dark, and number 4 is more peachy. Number 4 is more peachy. You know what? Let's do a swatch of the foundation. Let's take a bit of what's left of number 4. Probably there is not enough in here. Let's see. Oh, I have enough for a swatch. And I'll swatch number 3 as well, side by side, and you can see the differences. When I would thought, okay, so this is number 3, look how white it is. This is number 4, and this is number 5. So number 5 is very, very dark. I think I should have chosen number 4, but combined with number 3, it is better. Maybe I can combine 3 and 5 together and save the 5 that I already have and use it. So it's very tricky to find your match when you're buying online, and it's not very, very easy. It's a guessing game. Okay, so as I said, I look very white in the camera, but in the mirror I look fine. So I'm going to go with the mirror, because the mirror reflects reality and camera sometimes lies. So that was it. For conclusion, About the shade range, I am not a fan of the shade range. I think the jumps from number to number, from shade to shade, are too big, and it's harder to find a good match for you. But I think maybe if I can buy the 3, combine it with the 5 that I already have, that can work, because I really don't want to buy 2 more. I think it's too much. Okay, that's it by foundation. And I'm going to do my eye primer, and I'm using my Bourjois Radiance Reveal in the shade 02. I'm just taking a dot here, a dot here, and 2 dots in the outer corner of my eye. And I'm going to take the pointed end of the sponge and work it out like this. You can use a brush, whatever works out for you. Okay, that's it. And now I want to put an eye primer, and I'm using my beloved Eye Love Stage by Essence. I think I have a bit more here. I love this eye primer very much. I need to buy a new one. I didn't go to the farm recently, so I couldn't repurchase, and I wanted to place an order with Lady Makeup, but they don't have this in stock, so bummer. Oh, and I remembered that I wanted to use my Focallure orange concealer to conceal the dark spots under my eyes. So let's try that. I'm not going anywhere today, so if it doesn't work, no biggie. I'm taking a very small brush, just a flat brush, and I'm taking, this is called a Focallure Creamy Color Correction in the color orange. And I'm just taking a bit and putting it under my eye. Of course, you have to do this step before you conceal, but I already concealed, so I'm putting it after, and I will cover it again with a bit more concealer. I'm just putting it where I feel I have dark circles, like so. I'm trying not to put a lot, because then it will be harder to camouflage. Okay, so I'm waiting a few minutes for it to dry. Okay, while that sets to dry, I'm going to do the eyes, and I'm going to use my Paris by Focallure eyeshadow palettes. This is a newbie. I bought it, I don't know. Well, I know when I bought it. I bought it in January, along with the foundation. This is the foundation, and I received it in March, as I said before, so it's relatively new, and it's not a favorite of mine. I have Perth, and lots of the browns I have in Perth, I don't know, not my favorite, but we'll try and make it work. And I'm going to start with this brown. It's called Eiffel Tower. Oh, I want to go to Eiffel Tower. So much. So much. I want to travel. I miss traveling. You know, I feel like I don't have anything to look forward to. We usually travel every summer. But this summer, no. I don't know about next summer. It's too early to say, but I don't know. I hope that there will be a cure for Corona by next summer, or next winter even. I don't know. We're going through another winter with Corona. Now it looks like I have. Look, it's so strange because of the orange. but never mind. Okay, so now I'm going to take this yellowish color. It is called Omelette. Oh, I'm going to take an omelette and put it on my eyelid. Oh, I never tried that. And I'm going to go over, but lightly over the brown I put in my crease. So I'm making this color more of an orangey color from the combination of two colors. Okay, now very simply I'm going to use this gold color here. It is called Tulires. I don't know if I said it correctly. And I'm going to put it all over my lid, like so, and I'm going to be glowy. Look how pretty this is. So as I said, this is my least favorite, but you can still make eyeshadow looks using this palette. I'm not going to stop using it because I least like it, because I don't know, some of the shades are alright. You have the shade here, which is a pinky gold. It's a beautiful shade. You have this purpley shade, which is a good shade. So you have good shades here, but in my opinion, for a palette to be a favorite, I have to like most of the colors and not just a few. So if I don't like all of them, I don't rank it in my favorite palettes. Okay, so that's the final look. Very, very orangey, very, very simple. I didn't want to make something too elaborate. I wanted to keep it simple. Now let's put some concealer again under the eyes. I don't recommend doing that, what I'm doing now, because it's too many light layers of concealer, but because I forgot and I wanted to show you how to color correct under the eyes, so I did it. If you're at home and you're going out and you forgot to put on your orange corrector, just forget about it. Don't layer up. These layers will go directly to the creases, but since I'm not going anywhere, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so again, I'm just buffing the concealer under my eye and over the orange. Since I'm concealing after I've already done my eyes, so if there is something wrong, I can correct it. And now I can go back and I'll put powder, and then I'll put some color on the lower lash line. Okay, so for powder, I have this powder by Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the color 115. And if you're following me, you know that I like to take my brush on its sides and to remove the excess, very important, and only then go under the eyes. These are tips for mature skin viewers out there. Don't put a lot of powder under your eyes. Not recommended at all. It will sink into your fine lines and it's not going to look pretty. And for the rest of the face, I'm taking my huge brush and tapping it on all over my face. This is also a preference, you don't have to do that. Okay, now that I powdered, now I can put some color under my eyes. And I'm taking the same color that I just used and I'm going to put it under my eyes. And I want to take some of that dark color as well. So I'll take a pencil brush and I'll take the dark color the brown, the Eiffel Tower. Now I'm wearing my London shirt, which I bought when I was in London last summer. So it will remind me of London. And since we're in Europe, traveling in Europe now, we're going to Eiffel Tower. Does it make sense? I don't know, it makes sense for me. We're touring Europe now. So I want to bronze, and for bronzer I'm using this one by Kiko. Grwm Bronzer 102 Warm Sienna. Oh, and now we're in Italy, in warm Sienna. Huh. See, we're traveling all over Europe without leaving our home, which is pretty. You know, there are a lot of people that makes online videos touring places around the world. I've seen recently one done for Copenhagen. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful. And you feel like you're traveling without leaving your home. Of course, I would rather travel for real. But, you know, this is a break from real life. And we're into breaks from our lives. And especially now. Okay. We bronze, and now we're going to blush and highlight. For blush, I'm using this Revolution Blush Sugar and Spice. It looks like that. I already showed it before in my videos, and I'm reminding you, or put it in the wrong place. I'm reminding you that these are very pigmented, and you always have to dust off any excess on your hand before. Look, see all this pink before putting it. Oh, and I dusted, and it's too pink anyways. Look how pink it is, even though I dusted it. What do? You have two reasons. You can hang out like that if you like it. You know, some people like it. I definitely don't, but this is a personal preference, and I can remove all the makeup and start over, but who has time for that? So I'm just taking my powder with my huge brush, and I'll apply over it and make it look less red. So even though I dusted off the excess, I still got a lot of blush on me. So you see, mistakes like that happened, but the trick is to know how to overcome them. Okay, next up, highlighter. For highlighter, I'm using this one by Revolution. This, look how amazing colors. I love this palette so much. I have to say that the purpley one is not really good for putting on the face. It's too strong and it's too purpley, and I like it less. Okay, so I just choose this light color here, brownish color, and I'm dusting a bit on my face, like so. See the shine? I didn't put a lot on purpose, but still very, very shiny. Okay, for mascara, I'm using this mascara by Essence. This is called Volume Stylish 18 Hours. This is a new but very good mascara. Look at the wand, very small wand. It helps you to get volume. So I'm putting mascara, I'm putting a small coat first, and now I'm just starting at the base and wiggle. Start at the base and wiggle. When I'm wiggling, I'm making sure that the lashes won't stick together. Okay, see? Look at the difference between an eye with mascara and an eye without mascara. Okay, other side. Just putting a small coat. And then I'm starting at the base of the lash and wiggle. Base of the lash and wiggle. Base of the lash and wiggle. Okay. So I'm wiggling. And this is pretty. Okay, time for lips. I took a tissue and took out some of the lip balm, and now I'm ready, and I'm taking this primer by Essence. It is called Perfect Face Matte Primer. I'm taking a bit on the back of my hand and applying it to the lips like so. Okay, and I'm going to take my Kiko lip liner and applying in the outer perimeter of the lips. And I'm taking a deeper shade than my lipstick. This is Kiko number 315. Very creamy. And the reason I use the primer on my lips is because I don't like the feeling of the Ofra lipsticks, liquid lipsticks on my lips as is. I love the formula, I love everything about it, but I don't know the sensation when you, I don't know how to explain it. This is a collaboration of Ofra with Nikki Tutorials. This is a very light shade, and I'm applying it like so. Okay. How full my lips look. Now I'm going to put some of this NYX. It's called the Filler Instinct in the shade 02, and I'm going to put it on over my lips, and it's going to give them a fuller look. The only problem is that the wand now is dirty. I don't like that. I need to clean it up with a tissue. Well, this is the final look, and I know that I enjoyed making it, and I hope that I helped you learn how to choose your foundation at the drugstore. And problem is that it doesn't work when you buy online. If you don't have the brand that you want in your farm and you can't test and match the color, it's very hard, and sometimes it is just lucky. If you're lucky, you get the right shade. If you're not lucky, you get the wrong shade. It depends how wrong the shade is. Sometimes you can mix it with something lighter that you already have. It always depends on what you chose. So I hope this video helped you a bit. I hope you enjoyed making it like I did. Let me know which is your new but least favorite eyeshadow palette that you recently bought, or maybe a good palette that you recently bought. And I like hearing from you in the comment section down below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye!